What up, everybody? The Power Book 2 Ghost Season 4 teaser shows Tariq dressed in all black with a black beanie, possibly a black mask rolled up on his head, killing somebody with a silencer on the gun. So we know from the way that Tariq is dressed and from the silencer on the gun that this was no spur-of-the-moment kill out of anger or emotion, but this was a well-thought-out hit where Tariq is taking somebody out, possibly could be more than one person as well. There was also the clip that aired before BMF last week that had Tariq on the phone in the middle of nowhere. Looks like he's at a lake or something, and he's telling this person, "I just need you to have my back." And in this clip, it looks like Tariq's wearing the same outfit from the teaser where he was canceling Christmas on somebody. One of the Season 4 exclusive pics also shows Tariq dressed the same way in the same location talking to Braden. And it looks like Tariq is talking to Braden in a similar way that we saw him talking to him when Tariq was trying to get Braden to take out Lucas, with Braden looking back at Tariq like he was confused. But likely not really confused, but more than likely he doesn't want to go through with whatever Tariq is asking him to do. Similar to the start of Season 3 when Kane was going to make Braden kill Bash. Keeping in mind, playing dumb is something that Braden uses to his advantage because of the fact that people underestimate him. Utilizing Power Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker, seem dumber than your mark. And I'm pretty sure that this scene will also take place in Episode 1 of Season 4 because Tariq and Braden were also dressed in these same clothes when Season 4 was announced and they were holding a thing that said 401. Also keep in mind that most of the scenes we saw from the Season 3 trailer took place either on the first or last episode, with a couple scenes from Lorenzo's funeral thrown in there as well. And one of the scenes we saw from Season 3's trailer was from the first episode with Tariq standing with a bloody knife in his hand from Episode 1 when he killed Bash. So from the looks of things, Season 4 is going to start out in a similar way to Season 3 with Tariq catching another body. Except this time the difference is he didn't show up to make a deal, but to handle his business. But the big question is, who does Tariq kill in Episode 1? Episode 1 from last season, nobody was expecting Bash to come back around trying to extort money from Tariq and Braden. So there is a good chance that it could be a character who nobody's expecting. Keep it in mind, up to this point, we haven't seen Tariq catching bodies on bodies like we've seen from Ghost, Tommy, and some other characters who drop a body every other episode. But the fact that Tariq is now in the middle of a war could change that. The other question that we could ask from these clips is, who is Tariq telling he needs to have his back? Because of the picture of Tariq and Braden at the same location, dressed the same way, leads me to think that he's talking to Braden. And either though we know that Tariq kills somebody in these same clothes, is Tariq telling this person that he needs them to have his back pre-kill or post-kill? Because likely he's telling this person, who is most likely Braden, that he needs to have his back for either an alibi or a lookout. Then also keep it in mind the location Tariq is at. So the reason he's in the middle of nowhere could either be getting rid of a gun or dropping a body off in the lake. He could also be asking Braden to help him bury a body given his location as well. But if Tariq had already killed somebody, unless he was just desperate for an alibi, I don't think he's going to be willingly giving that information up to Braden, either though he's already done it a few times when Braden pressed him, as well as giving info to Effie about killing Ray Ray and Ghost. So most likely Tariq is asking Braden to have his back either as a driver when he goes to handle his business or as a lookout. And this could possibly be a meetup location also. Getting me to, who could Tariq be taking out while he's dressed in this outfit? Leave your predictions in the comments section. My first theory is that Tariq is breaking into the Tejada penthouse that they inherited through Mecca to take out Kane. Keep it in mind that he's been wanting to come for Kane since Season 1, but Monet continues to warn Tariq about the repercussions of going after Kane or any of her other children. But especially because of the fact there's a good chance that this is going to be taking place in Episode 1, Tariq might be thinking that Monet might not make it, or at least he should go ahead and strike before she can recover. And because the fact that he has a silencer on his gun, he could be going for a 2-for-1, trying to get both Kane and Drew. Either though right now Tariq is likely only targeting Kane because he doesn't know that they're both being played by Drew and that Drew was the mastermind behind sending Tommy after Tasha. But we already know that if Tariq does end up killing either Kane or Drew, that it's almost guaranteed not going to take place in episode 1. So if he does take them out, it's most likely at the very end of the season. But at the end of the day, because the fact this is the final season, and because Tariq is in the middle of a war, there could be a lot of deaths in this final season, and a major death in the first episode to start things off with a bang is also possible. But if there's a major death in the first episode of the season, I think that it's going to be Effie. Tariq could be breaking into the hottest penthouse to take her out, keeping in mind that Effie got back with Kane at the end of season 3. And Effie might be the first person that Tariq targets because of how many times he trusted her, only for her to betray him over and over again. Effie also didn't think that Tariq was going to make it out of Noma's warehouse, and didn't even blink an eye when Kane was about to kill Reek, right before he got saved by Braden. So if Effie's worried about Tariq after betraying him in the warehouse, she might be staying with Kane for protection anyway, because she's going to have to know that he's going to be coming after her this time. So we could potentially see Braden keeping eyes on Kane and Drew while Tariq breaks into their apartment to take out Effie, then leaving Effie's body in the penthouse as a message to Kane that he's next. And because the fact that Kane and Drew are after Tariq, he could also use this to his advantage somehow, drawing them away from the penthouse and leaving Effie by herself. Also, keep in mind that Obi will likely be working with Tariq in season 4 as his mole after Tariq got his family their green cards at the end of season 3. So because of this, Tariq could also use Obi for information or to send Kane and Drew in the wrong direction so Tariq could take out Effie or possibly even take out Diana. But because the fact that Tariq is working with Obi, I can see a situation playing out where Obi gives Tariq the drop on some of Noma's men, and Tariq takes out a couple of her men to send a message trying to get the bounty off of his head. This could be similar to how Tommy started off season 2 of Force with a bang, going after the Flynn organization and starting off by dropping a couple of Walter's men to send a message. Personally, I wouldn't care if Tariq took out Drew, Kane, Effie, Diana, Councilman Tate, and Braden one by one, similar to how Ghost wiped out his entire organization at the end of Power Season 2, trying to get out the game, killing anyone who could identify him as Ghost. Because they've all snaked my boy a time or two so they can all go as well. I added Braden to the list because Tariq's going to learn from Ghost's mistake of not taking out Tommy, and that there's not enough room for 2 at the top, and Tariq cancels Braden in the final episode. Because either though Braden saved Tariq at the end of season 3, historically, Braden has been a bad influence on Tariq. So with that said, with the small possibility these scenes are not from episode 1, but actually from the finale, what if Tariq takes out half the cast considering this is the last season, then Braden meets Tariq at the lake where Tariq kills Braden next? Then that would be when Tariq got on the phone and tells somebody that he needs them to have his back. Also keep it in mind there was another scene from the promo video before BMF with Tariq in the same clothes looking back at something or somebody. Could this possibly be Tariq looking back at Ghost after he just took out all his enemies, shocked to see his father walking up on him? Or possibly be Tommy picking Tariq up in the Mustang and taking Tariq to Chicago to start over? Or what if it's Tasha picking Tariq up and setting the stage for either the next spinoff or for Tariq to be with Tommy on Force? And there you have it. Leave your thoughts, theories, and predictions in the comments.